3 more ships managed to pass safely through the Strait of Hormuz on Monday. Iran allowed 2 Indian-flagged LPG tankers and a Chinese-owned oil tanker to go through the strait. But they did not pass through the waterway's traditional route. Instead, Iran has established a new safe passage which changes how ships can travel through the Strait of Hormuz. Here's a report.
This is the Strait of Hormuz. It is a narrow choke point which connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. Before the US-Israeli war on Iran, about 20% of the world's energy exports would pass through the strait and then go onwards to their destinations. But shipping through the strait has ground almost to a halt after the US and Israel launched their war. Iran shut the strait to everyone it deems an enemy nation. And Tehran enforced the de facto blockade by conducting attacks on ships that did not follow its rules. However, Iran has allowed friendly nations to get their ships out of the strait safely. 2 India-flagged LPG tankers, the Pine Gas and the Jug Vasant, and a Panama-flagged but Chinese-owned vessel, an oil tanker called Bright Gold, have become some of the latest ships to pass through the strait safely. But all 3 had to travel through a new route, one that is much closer to Iran. The Strait of Hormuz is about 33 kilometers wide at its narrowest point, and most ships would pass somewhere through the middle before the war began. But the 3 tankers who have crossed it now have journeyed through a new route between 2 Iranian islands. The ships passed between Iran's Qeshm and Larak islands. This section is barely over 10 kilometers wide, and both islands are Iranian territory. This is the new safe route that Iran has designated. The new route would force ships to travel between 2 Iranian islands, and then they would also have to sail close to Iran's shore for a while. This would solidify Tehran's control over the Strait of Hormuz. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.